Here we are again on Commissioner's House roof. This is week 28 of the project, and we have now completed all of the roof work. And you'll notice various lead castings on the roof. We've got one here that ventilates into the space between the old roof and the new roof. We've got this one here that's ventilating the soil vent pipe, and we've got another one over there that is ventilating the old roof space to allow the air to move around in the roof and avoid any condensation build-up. Here you can see the copper rods that are running round the lead crown of the roof here. They're part of a lightning array to protect the building from any lightning strikes. They're connected to the lead with some tapes and provide connectivity throughout all of the roof structures, all of the metallic surfaces, to protect us from lightning strikes. We've put lead collars around each of the tie rods. They're dressed and welded in place, and we've put an additional drip ring above each of the collars to stop the moisture running down the tie rods and getting into the roof. Here you can see that the tiles are back on the roof now. We had estimated originally there was 16,000 tiles in total on this roof, and we've put about 7,000 back as new tiles. So the rest are the original tiles that were on the roof when we started the project. We've had to select those that are frost damaged or cracked and discount those. And I think the new tiles, you can see they blend in really well. We've peppered them in rather than doing any particular flank of tiles. And I think it looks quite splendid. And here you can see behind the dormers, the cut-ups for the tiles. They've all been done by hand. They've all been nibbled rather than cut with an angle grinder. I feel that the nibbling effect gives them a more of an authentic feel. So I'm kneeling on the lead bay to the gutters. We've still got the perimeter to dress down over the final timber roll and tidy up the perimeter detail, but we can't do that until the scaffolding is struck. So here we are at one of our lead hips. It's a three-part hip actually, this one. We've laid it over a stainless steel stiffener that runs underneath here and holds each piece of lead in place, stops any wind lift. Because we're right by the river and we've got the prevailing wind off of the river, it stops the lift. And then the final piece here is fixed in position with copper stiffeners and folded round and dressed in position, and very, very strongly fixed. So here we have one of our lead sumps. There are 4 on this roof. The main outlet is connected into the rainwater goods system. We've also put in a 60mm overflow so that should the main pipe be blocked for whatever reason, we've got an overflow that gives us an early warning device. We've also got a weir so that if both get filled up, we've got a weir that throws the water away from the building. And on top of that, we will then be putting a leaf guard over the whole arrangement to stop any leaves getting into the sump. And here we are looking at our dormers. I think they're splendid dormers. They're replicating what we saw in our 18th century etchings. They've come together really well, and a real credit to our tradesmen that have been working on this project. So here we are at one of the bases of the chimneys, and we've got the lead back gutter and the lead stepped flash in here. What we have underneath each of these tiles, we have a lead soaker that's the length of the tile and bent at 90 degrees and goes up the chimney wall. The lead step flashing then goes over the lot like we've got here, and it provides a weather-tight seal for the tiles abutting the chimney. What we've done here, we cut out a groove in the mortar joints, and we fold the lead into it and we hold it in place with a lead wedge. That groove is about 30 to 35 millimeters deep. We then blow out all the dust and we put some lead polymer mastic into the joint. We do this because the mastic flexes and moves as the lead moves. If we'd used traditional lime mortar, the lime mortar can crack over time and fall out. And because of the position here, we can't get back onto the roof very easily to repoint. People have been asking what these are doing, and they're on quite a few of the chimneys on this building. They're earthenware pipes, and they've been added into the flue probably in the early 20th century, late 19th century, and they're there to provide a bit of updraft to draw the smoke up the chimney and stop it coming out into the room. We've come to the level below our gutters, and we can see here our refurbished hopper that we've now inserted back into position. We've had it cleaned, we've had it repaired, we've had it redressed, we've had new ears soldered on, and we've had parts of it welded back together. So we've got a completely refurbished hopper, and then we're mounting it over new downpipes. We've had to make new downpipes. Our original downpipes had corroded away and had split along the back that were no longer economically repairable. So we've made new downpipes, and these are in cast lead. As opposed to the milled lead that we've got on our roof. I think it provides a better texture and a better finish for our downpipes. So we've finished the roof, we're just about to strike the scaffolding, and we've got to dress the final pieces of lead around the perimeter, and then we start working our way down through the building.